Thank you so much. I am incredibly humbled and honored to be up here tonight and to be recognized by the Varsity Club. So thanks to the Varsity Club, not only for this great honor, but also for putting on this fantastic event. I think one of the most fun things that all of us inductees have gotten to do over the last few months is really reflect on our time at Harvard, and these strolls down memory lane have maybe very unproductive at work, but have been incredible to go back and think about all the great times that we had. So thank you for the honor, but thank you for having us go through that experience, because I think it's very special. I think, I look around this room and, as you mentioned, a lot of the banquets are here. So I've actually been behind this dais a few times before, and I get the same feeling every time I'm up here. Hannah and I were talking about it earlier. You get that feeling like I'm sitting in Dillon Fieldhouse waiting to run through the tunnel and play a game. But it's a great feeling. You feel alive, you feel excited, and everyone, all the athletes in this room know what I'm talking about. We've also been able to celebrate a lot of milestones in this room. In addition to being named captain, which is something I'm really proud of. There's only one captain in football, and your teammates vote on it. Something that I thought was very special and continue to be proud of. To the Greeley Crocker Award the next year, to the best man speech at Brennan and Emily McCafferty's wedding, and then I've had the opportunity to be back to MC the football banquet. And this is a very special room for me. The overwhelming feeling that I have tonight and over these last few months has been one of gratitude. I'm incredibly grateful for all the opportunities that I've been afforded over my life, and for the people that have provided those opportunities for me. Coach Murph, thank you for giving me the opportunity to come to Harvard, play the sport I love, and to introduce me not only to a different level of competition and football, but to introduce me to all my lifelong friends who are here tonight. And I think, and I wrote it, but Coach Murph, the one thing that I think is incredibly special is you've been able to develop this true culture of family in the football program. It spans generations. It starts the moment you step on campus, and it never ends. And I ultimately, think that will be your true legacy, more so than the wins and losses, which are amazing and we're also proud of. But thank you so much for the opportunity. I want to thank my teammates and my friends. I said if you came tonight, you got a shout out. So BMAC, Fratto, Garcia, Kearney, Roan, Mujo, Ryman, Fitz, Kistler, Cat, and Simo. Hopefully I didn't forget anybody. Thank you so much for coming here. It means the world to me to have your support. We had some wonderful times while we were in college, and we celebrated all the weddings and the births, and these are the relationships that are what make athletics so truly special, and I think football truly special, is that you forge these bonds that are truly enduring, and so thank you so much for the support tonight. Want to also thank some folks from my childhood. Timmy Walsh, my best friend growing up. We battled each other on the same team, on the other team for years and years and years. Really learned how to compete with one another, and ultimately got to compete with him when he played at Lafayette, and I'll get to another part of that in a minute. So Timmy, thank you for being here, for the support. To my brothers, Mark and Tom, like Tim, right, we learned to compete, we learned to be good sports, kind of, but we learned how to be competitors in the backyards, in the driveway. If anyone didn't know, you can use the divider for the garage doors as a pick if you only have one-on-one. So, no, and I'm so proud of what you guys have accomplished, and which gets me to, one of my great experiences from Harvard senior year. Opening game was against against Holy Cross. Mark was the defensive back. He intercepted Ryan Fitzpatrick, which at the time didn't happen. Good, you did a good job. Second game was with Brown, and Tommy made the travel squad. And then a few games later, we played Tim and Lafayette. And the icing on the cake is that we beat all three of them. And then another thanks to Coach Murphy for continuing the success against these programs, so I have family bragging rights on a pretty much annual basis. But thank you guys so much. I really treasure our relationships and love you guys. To my parents, Dante and Judy, what can I say? You guys have been there for all of us, throughout every trial, tribulation, good time, bad time, whatever it was. You've always been there to support us, and I think you gave us a perspective and grounded us to really focus on what's important, which isn't necessarily the list of things over there. It's not the wins and losses, right? It's giving it your all, having no regrets, and being selfless. And I think those are things that you instilled in all of us, and I really appreciate it. And you were there for everything. You never missed a game, and I can't thank you enough. I love you guys. Thank you. Then I have some extended family here tonight, which I'd be remiss not to take. My in-laws, Sullivans. It's kind of a football rivalry in our house a little bit. My father-in-law played at Ohio State, the Ohio State, some would say. But I did beat him in the high school rankings. I was 3, he was 4. We both went to the same high school in New Bedford. So while Ohio State's pretty good, ours pretty good. Yeah, I got you on that one. But thank you so much. Your support of me throughout my career, some of you might know, but most of you don't. Kelly and I have been dating since we were 14 years old. So I've been at their house a number of times. You guys have supported me through my high school career, through my college career, and the support that you give my family and my kids is truly remarkable. So thank you. Now to the kids. Dante, I love your curiosity and your creativity. Marco, I love your energy. I love your positive attitude. Anna, you're so kind, caring, and sweet. And all three of you bring all of that to our family and make it a really special, rewarding experience, and you make Kelly and I both so happy. And then Kelly, you're amazing. That's really it. I'm constantly in awe of you. What you do with the kids, what you do in your profession, what you do in the community, I would say you inspire me to be a better person, but I frankly think you just make me a better person. So it's been amazing. You've been through all of this with me. I couldn't have asked for a better partner on this ride, and I love you, and thank you very much. And with that, thank you again to the Varsity Club. Congrats to all the other inductees. Wonderful night. Thank you so much. Thank you.